What's up, Grunts? I'm Shadow Grunt Mike.
Juice!
And you know Juicelet. And we are preparing for Kanto Cup. Over the last few days on stream, I've been battling viewers online. Thank you all for the battles. I've had a ton of fun. I've learned a lot. Be sure to subscribe if you want to catch me live. And I've been testing out some different teams and wanted to share with you some of the results that I've had. So here are 5 teams that you should consider for Kanto Cup. And the last team is going to be my favorite team. Also, just want to say that I'll be showing you a mix of games when I win the lead and when I don't. So the first team here is going to have Ninetales in the lead. Yes, I think Ninetales has play now. Without any Swampert or Azu or Politoed or Stunfisk around, it actually beats over 60% of the Kanto Cup meta in the 2 shield. So not bad. And then in case we run into a ground, rock, or water type in the lead, we have Venusaur to back up Ninetales. And then in the back, I've got Raticate to add some bulk to this team. And I really believe in Raticate for Kanto Cup. I'm dying to use it. I think it has good stats. I think it has pretty decent charge moves as long as shields are down. As long as you keep it away from fighters and charmers, you should be okay with it. So I'm trying it in the back here. So let's check out a few games I did on stream using this team. This first one is going to be against one of my viewers, George. Thanks a lot for the battles, dude. He leads Wigglytuff, and so he's lost the lead here against the Ninetales, but he's staying in. So I guess I'll just throw off a Weather Ball for now, but I'm wondering why he's staying in with Wiggly, because the charm is resisted, right? And he shields, so that makes me think, okay, something is definitely going on here. Maybe he's double weak to the Ninetales, right? So he takes the second Weather Ball, keeps charming here. He's throwing off a move of his own, and even though it's going to be resisted, I'm going to shield because I don't want to be in charm down range. He sends in, I didn't catch that. I think it was, a Dugong. And so I'm going to pull off the Weather Ball, because that does neutral damage. And then I'll switch into the Raticate, because I want the Raticate to avoid the Wiggly anyway, right? So I can take an Icy Wind here, no problem. Raticate is pretty tanky. And we are going to go for Hyper Fang right away, and hope that this lands, because this does pretty juicy damage. I think it's like 1.6 damage per energy, so not bad. But the Dugong shields it, which is probably smart for the strategy that Dugong has. And so they Icy Wind us again, and this time I'm just going to pull off a Crunch because I don't even know if I'm going to have time to get to the Hyper Fang, although in retrospect I think I did. And now the Dugong is going to just be able to farm me down, which is really bad. I've got either Ninetales or Venusaur, and these are both bad options against a loaded Dugong, right? So I'm going to go with Ninetales to try to Fire Spin down, and then try to shield the Water Pulse, but it's just an Icy Wind, which was totally unexpected. And I could have thrown the Weather Ball there. We have to take what I think is another Icy Wind. Yeah, so it doesn't KO the Ninetales. I wish I had farmed there, but instead I pulled off the Weather Ball, which I think was unnecessary. And now in the back, George has got a Venusaur. Okay, so this is perfect for us because we've got a Weather Ball ready to go, and we still have a healthy Venusaur. So our Venusaur can definitely take a Sludge Bomb, and we'll have enough time to get to another Sludge Bomb. There is still an almost fainted Wiggly there, so have to be careful of a sack swap. And there's the sack, but yeah, we did not pull the trigger, so we just ended up farming down the Wiggly, and now we can pull the Sludge Bomb, and that will give us the game. So GG's to George. He was double weak against the Ninetales, and so I think that's what led us to win. Here's another game against another great viewer, Don. He leads Rapidash, which is really bad for the Ninetales, right? Because Rapidash resists Weather Ball and will do super effective with Drill Run. So we switch in Raticate, which I feel like is a nice neutral safe swap in that instance, and we see another Dugong. So this Dugong also shields a Hyper Fang, the first Hyper Fang. So I think now going forward, I'll definitely only do a Crunch if I ever come across another Dugong. At least the first time I'll do a Crunch and then a Hyper Fang after that. So now here I'm gonna go for a Hyper Fang like I should have done in the first game, and that lands and does pretty juicy damage, even though we have taken an Icy Wind already. And yeah, we're just gonna take another Icy Wind and work up to another Hyper Fang, and really hope this lands, because if so, we will be taking out the Dugong. If not, then, oh, okay, so it did land, but we didn't take out the Dugong, and now the Dugong gets to take us out. So it looks like here I shield, but honestly that was probably a bad idea, because what's the point of winning switch advantage when I know there's a rapid dash back there anyway? It's going to devour both of my remaining Pokemon. We basically lost this game. Why would I pay a shield for the opportunity to choose who gets KO'd by rapid dash? So yeah, this Rapidash finally lands a Drill Run against the Ninetales. We're just gonna go with Weather Ball to hope we either get a shield or a bait. And yeah, we didn't get the shield that lands and hardly does any damage. We get to another Fire Spin here, and this one gets the shield surprisingly. But yeah, from here, the Rapidash is just able to farm down, and oh no, this Venusaur is about to get fried by this Rapidash. There goes one Flame Charge, oh, and it has another handy. I'm sorry, Venusaur. This was, I should have just forfeited before this happened to you. Venusaur is definitely gonna need to spend some time at the Poke Center. Okay, this third game is against Cat Clasher. He leads Marowak against the Ninetales, and Marowak definitely wins this matchup because Marowak has Bone Club, which would do super effective. But we're experimenting here, right? So I'm gonna try Psyshock to see what it does on the Marowak. Doesn't do that much, and now I'm going to have to eat a move here, and it's a Shadow Bone. I thought it was gonna be Bone Club, and I'm willing to let the Ninetales go down because we're gonna lose and we're double weak to Marowak anyway. So the best thing to do here is to let the Ninetales go down and then come in with the Raticate and just farm down because the Raticate walls the Marowak anyway. So there goes the Ninetales, in comes the Raticate, and now it's time for us to just quick attack to our heart's content. We don't have to worry about shielding here because it's probably just either a Bone Club or a Ghost move, and yeah, there's really nothing this Marowak can do. I pull off a Crunch, but I'm not going to charge it up because I definitely want to get as much farming as I can, so I'm able to get a couple more quick attacks in there, and in comes, I didn't see it, but whatever it is about to eat a Hyper Fang. Oh, okay, Machamp, so I have to switch out the Raticate right away. Let's send in the Venusaur. Out comes a Lapras, which is normally bad for Venusaur, but in this case, we get to pull off a Frenzy Plant, so hopefully that puts us ahead, and oh boy, does that put us ahead. So now it's just the Machamp left, and yeah, the Venusaur can take care of this now. We still have two shields, so the Machamp just can't do anything here. We can just shield twice and Vine Whip down. So GG's against Cat Clasher. Even though he won the lead with the Marowak, we were able to come back by letting the Ninetales go, coming in with the Raticate and farming, and that's how we got ahead on energy, pulled the Hyper Fang on the Machamp, etc. And yeah, that all worked out for us in the end. So GG's there. Okay, so this next team is going to be Wigglytuff in the lead, and Wigglytuff is a great lead because she wins against most people in the 2-shield. If you're willing to go both shields, you can pretty much charm down anyone, and so it's nice to have that option to win switch if you really need it. And in case Wiggly comes across any grass or poison types in the lead, we've got Marowak, who's a hard counter, and then in the back we've got Beedrill, who can also go up against the grass and poison types if needed, and also has a bug type move to cover any dark or psychic Pokemon. Alright, so let's take a look and see how this team does on stream. This first game is going to be against Louie, who's an amazing battler. I lose to him many times. He leads Marowak here, so he's won the lead for sure. We are going to switch into our Marowak and hope that he stays in, but he switches into a Muck. So this is normally bad for the Marowak, but because we got a few Fire Spins ahead, we might have enough energy to pull this off. It's hard to tell for sure, but it seems like we might. So I'm gonna shield this this Dark Pulse and then try to just rip off more Fire Spins and Bone Clubs and see what happens. And he shields it here. Okay, so it looks like he thinks he can overtake the Marowak. And here he comes with another another Dark Pulse. We are going to shield it and throw off off this Bone Club. Now, if he lets this go, we can just farm down anyway. So I think it's good that he lets it go right there. And then he comes in with the Marowak, which is good because that's better than that Marowak going up against our Wiggly or Beedrill. So this is acceptable. And then, hopefully, no, I couldn't pull off the Shadow Bone. Should have just pulled off the Bone Club. So now I send in Beedrill because either way, this is a lose-lose situation. But in retrospect, probably the Wiggly would have been the better option there. He switches into the Hypno, so now at least I can pull off a super effective X-Scissor? I don't know how much. Okay, yeah, it doesn't do that much anyway. We switch in the Wiggly, and then this Hypno gets to just do whatever it wants to this Wiggly, basically. In this case, a Thunder Punch, and yeah, it could probably get one more move off. No, okay, so the Wiggly can farm down, but still, there's just too much of this Marowak left, and even though Wiggly can get to a move here, Marowak still has a shield, so there's just no way we can get any damage through at this point, and the Wiggly is just going to get beat down here, and then out will come the Beedrill, hoping to do the best that it can do. Oh man, the Marowak is just farming here, so it is totally ready for the Beedrill. Sorry, Beedrill. Yeah, we did not set you up for success here, dude. Yeah, there was no chance, and we lost the lead as well, so we were kind of on the run the whole time. GG's, Louis. Next game is against Pokeballin, and Pokeballin is leading Sandslash, Shadow Sandslash, very spicy. I don't know who wins this matchup, but just by looking at how much damage Charm is doing, looks like we win it. So I think I'll be able to just shield once and then farm down the Sandslash. He switches into Snorlax. And here I think, okay, well, actually this is fine too because we'll double resist the lick, right? So, happy to take a body slam. We're doing so well here on the fast move exchanges that we just have to stay in this battle. We pull off the Icy Wind and he shields, and if he throws a body slam, we will shield, I think. Okay, here comes a body slam, and yeah, we will shield, which is good because we just really want to keep eating the licks and throwing out the charms. And my god, Wigglytuff is able to farm down a Snorlax. So really, really juicy there. Out comes the Sandslash, and we're able to pull off the Icy Wind, which would do super effective damage on the Sandslash, and he lets it go, and out comes a Muck. Okay, so that's not great really for Marowak, or for Beedrill really, but I think combined they'll be able to team up and take this thing down even though they don't have any shields. So we're gonna start with the Marowak so that we can eat a Dark Pulse if needed and hopefully take the shield here. And looks like we are going to eat one juicy Dark Pulse. There it is. And now we will throw the Bone Club and hopes he shields it here. I mean, he pretty much has to, right? And then we'll continue to Fire Spin, and then as hopefully the Muck throws. Oh, but it doesn't have to throw. The Marowak is able to get to another Bone Club. So GG's there, Justin. Yeah, the Sandslash was very spicy, but I think it's a lead loss for you. So yeah, it was I think easier for me the whole time. Next game against Generation, and he sends out a Charizard, so we have lost this lead. We'll send out the Marowak, hoping he stays in, but he doesn't. He sends out a Blastoise, which is just the worst case scenario ever. I pull a Bone Club, even though it probably should just be Shadow Bone at this point. And the Blastoise is just water gunning here. We're not gonna shield the Marowak, definitely not, because this is a terrible matchup. We will send in someone else, even though I don't have anyone strong specifically for the Blastoise, but out comes the Beedrill, because I definitely don't want the Beedrill going up against Charizard, right? I'd rather the Wigglytuff do that, as bad as that is. And we're gonna shield the Beedrill because I didn't pull off a move yet. I have so much stored energy, and figure that it's just might as well, you know, try my best and hope that we have a good matchup in the back there. So we KO the Venusaur with an X-Scissor. Out comes a Charizard, so I had to switch in the Wiggly because I just have too much energy. I'll shield what I think is a Blast Burn, but it's just a Dragon Claw, so that sucks. And then out comes a Venusaur, so yeah. This was just painful the whole time. Lost the lead at every turn. He was double resistant to my lead. So not great, and out comes the Sludge Bomb, takes out the Wiggly. This Beedrill doesn't stand a chance. I don't even know if it will survive. Okay, it does survive the Frenzy Plant, and Beedrill is trying to hang on here with X-Scissor, but it's a loss, dude. No, don't bother trying Beedrill. Yeah, if there are too many fire types in the lead, then Wiggly won't actually work out. So we have to watch out to see if there will be too many fire types in the lead, or grass poison types for that matter. So GG's their generation. Okay, so the next team is going to have Marowak in the lead, and Marowak really needs no introduction from me. You know how great it is. Ionic talks about it all the time. And so in case we run into a water or ground or rock type, we've got Mew in the back, knowing Surf and Wild Charge, so the moveset can handle Marowak's weaknesses. And then we have Wigglytuff also as a safe swap, and also for bulk, and in case it needs to eat any dark type moves, because the other two cannot handle it. So let's see how this team does on stream. First game is going to be against Pokeballin again. Pokeballin leads Pidgeot this time. So spicy. I love it. But this is really bad for Marowak because Pidgeot is double resistant to both of my charge moves here. So we're going to shield this because I don't want to eat a Brave Bird right off the bat, but it's just an Aerial Ace. So he won the lead and he took a shield from me. Great moves there, Pokeballin. I send out the Mew, but he sends out a Muck. So this is really, really bad. We throw out a Surf, not knowing what the Muck would do, and yeah, this is a losing matchup, so totally not worth staying in. I make the mistake and shield anyway. I probably should have done that, and then I make another mistake because I should have just thrown the Wild Charge if I'm going to shield, right? But I didn't throw the Wild Charge, and I ended up throwing the Surf and it landed. So yeah, this Muck was able to take a shield from me and was able to take me out with Dark Pulse. So big mistake there. I lost the lead, but I definitely could have handled that better. So I'm gonna now send out the Marowak because I don't want the Marowak to go up against the Pidgeot anyway later. So we throw out the Marowak, out comes the Pidgeot, I throw in the Wiggly, and out comes a Victory Bell. So yeah, more hard counters here, which is fine. Remember, I want to show you what it looks like when these teams lose as well, right? Like, I don't want to show you just what it looks like when they win. And, you know, these were just experiments. So I do believe in this team. I did have other good battles against this team, but I think for this one, I thought it was interesting, first of all, that there was a Pidgeot in the lead, and also I think it's good to see the different ways that teams can lose. So this next game is going to be against Don, another great battler who often visits the stream. He's going to lead Lapras, so we have lost the lead again, and I probably should switch out before they pull off a Surf, but I didn't time that correctly, and now I have to burn a shield when I didn't want to and didn't have to. So now I'm going to throw off the Shadow Bone just because I'm already in here, and I want to get some damage on this Lapras, and it lands, but either way, I'll definitely be switching out. I switch into the Mew to hopefully land the Wild Charge. Out comes a Wiggly who will double resist this Shadow Claw, so really bad for Mew here. I'm just gonna pull the Wild Charges, right, because that's what Mew is here to do. And we land the first one, which is great. Here comes the second one. I do not expect this to go through, but it does put the pressure on. And yeah, it doesn't go through. Mew goes down instantly, and we are gonna go with Marowak here to wall the Wiggly a little bit. And also, we know that there's a Lapras back there anyway, right? So we don't want the Marowak to go up against it. So we're just gonna farm down this Wiggly, and then if the Lapras comes out, we'll throw the Shadow Ball. Okay, I think the Lapras came out there, so let's go with the Shadow Bone, sorry. Yes, there's the Lapras, and oh man, we didn't take it out. Yeah, now this Lapras gets to throw a move, and we have to burn another shield, which sucks. So we switch into Wiggly, and there's a Hypno back there, and yeah, there's just no way Wiggly can do this. We have no shields, they have a shield, they have a Hypno and a Lapras, we have a, you know, like this Wiggly and an almost fainted Marowak, so there's just nothing we can do here. We lost the lead again. So yeah, you know, we have to see what people choose to lead with once Kanto Cup begins. Marowak is supposed to be a great lead, but if there are water types that are common in the lead, like Lapras, then we're gonna have to reevaluate if Marowak is an acceptable lead here. But GG's generation. Okay, so this next team is gonna have Marowak in the lead again, and then in case we run into any water, ground, or rock types, we'll have Venusaur to back up the Marowak, and then in the back we've got Raticate, in case there are any dark or ghost types that the Marowak won't be able to beat, and the Raticate, of course, provides overall bulk and good options once shields are down. So let's take a look at how this team performed for me on stream. This game is against Generation. Thanks a lot for the games, dude. He leads Snorlax, so hard loss for our Marowak here. We have to get out of there, switch into Venusaur, which seems like a nice neutral matchup, but he's got a Shadow Ninetales. Could this get any worse, people? So yeah, we're just gonna throw off a neutral Sludge Bomb here. Otherwise, it looks like we're just gonna get Fire Spin down. Okay, so he's gonna Weather Ball us mercifully, because I think he probably could have farmed us down. And out comes our Marowak, right. Marowak is good here because of the Bone Club and will resist the Weather Ball. Psyshock will do neutral damage, and we shielded anyway because I don't know how strong a Shadow Ninetales is. And so let's get this Bone Club off against the Ninetales. Are we able to Fire Spin down? No, not quite. We do have to take another move here, probably another Psyshock. Okay, did a decent amount. I guess that does justify me shielding the first one. So yeah, we throw the Bone Club finally. Out comes the Snorlax, I'm sure. And I send in the Raticate. Out comes a Victory Bell. So I don't know that much about this matchup, but I'm pretty sure that if they just shield, they'll be able to farm me down, and they did shield, and that looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen here. Okay, he does throw a move, and we have really no choice, right? So we've got to shield it. We don't really have any other option here. We're just gonna throw the Hyper Fang, and hopefully we take out the Victory Bell. But it's really not enough, honestly, because the Snorlax comes in, and there's just not enough of Raticate to do the job, and certainly not enough of Marowak to do the job. So GG's here, Generation. He won the lead really hard, and yeah, he was able to maintain it there. So good job. And this last team is my favorite team and probably going to be the one that I use once Kanto Cup starts. So that's going to be Raticate in the lead. Yes, I think Raticate can do it, people. I think that it's good against a lot of the common leads like Mew and Hypno and Marowak. You do have to watch out, of course, for Fighters and Charmers. And so that's why in the back, we've got Golbat to resist both Fighters and Charmers. And it has decent bulk, so, you know, there's something to it. And then we've got Beedrill in the back, who, again, can resist Fighters and Charmers. So let's see if we're able to pull off some wins on stream with this team. This first one is going to be against Generation yet again. We are going to lead our Raticate, and he leads Shadow Ninetales. So, yeah, I don't know who wins this matchup. I think Raticate wins against Kanto Ninetales, but against regular Ninetales, but I'm not sure against Shadow Ninetales. So, yeah, we took a Weather Ball there because Raticate is just that tanky, and let's see what they do. Okay, so he shields. So now that kind of gives me, you know, an option to shield, and I will take that option. And hope that we are able to take down this Ninetales. So we throw one more Crunch, and I'm really hoping that he lets this through so that we can win the lead, but he shields, which makes a lot of sense too. And now he's throwing a Weather Ball. So rather than try to win here, I don't think it's possible anymore. Just let the Raticate go down. We'll come in with the Golbat, and we'll try to Wing Attack down. But yeah, as expected, this Ninetales was going to throw off a move. We have to shield in case it's a Psyshock, and so from here hopefully we're at, oh no, so we can't exactly farm down, but we're able to just pull off one Poison Fang. It's not that expensive to pull that off anyway, so it's fine. Out comes a Victory Bell. What the heck? Why would a Victory Bell come out in front of a Golbat? Because we are doing Wing Attack, right? For the fast attack. So this means that Golbat must be super useful in the back. So I switch, and I switch out of the Golbat, throw in the Beedrill. He throws in a Poliwrath, and this is fine. We are both doing pretty neutral damage to each other right now, so it's not so bad. Hopefully we can tank one Ice Punch. It's not that strong coming from the Poliwrath. Yeah, it's not that bad. So I think, yes, we're able to KO with an X-Scissor. A not very effective X-Scissor will KO this Poliwrath. And out will come... Oh, that's it. I thought that one of them was still alive. Okay, great. Good games, Jen. Next game against Justin, and we run into a Ninetales that knows Charm, so we gotta get out of there. We pull in one of our counters, and he pulls in a very hard counter to the Beedrill. So good thinking there, Justin. Now we are just going to let the Beedrill go down, and then come in with our Raticate and really try to farm on this Marowak. So we're gonna let this through, and he let the Beedrill survive, which was a huge mistake. So now I get to pull off another Drill Run, which forces another shield. And now the Beedrill goes down, but he should have KO'd it before. Now I send in my Eradicate, who can just basically go to town on this Marowak. You know, the quick attack does double resistant, but in a way that's kind of a good thing, right? Because it's like you just get to keep farming. And then, yeah, we're gonna just keep tanking these moves. This is probably just another Bone Club, and because we triple resist ghost moves, right? So we're just gonna keep quick attacking here. Eventually we throw the Crunch just to get the Marowak out of here. And if the Ninetales comes back, we have to switch out right away. Out comes the Ninetales. Okay, so we switch into Golbat, and yeah, we are resisting the Charm, but we do have to watch out for the Weather Ball. So yeah, we have to shield that, and I will throw a Poison Fang here because this is going to be super effective, and we get the shield, which is fantastic. And they switch out into a Venusaur. Okay, so wow, this just worked out. Golbat just happened to really be key here because now we can do super effective with the wing attack on the Venusaur, and we can do super effective with the Ninetales with the Poison Jab. We're not going to shield this, or Poison Fang. We're not going to shield that because we know that's going to be resisted no matter what, and we are going to rip off another Poison Fang right now, and that's going to really pressure the Venusaur. We send out the Raticate to hopefully farm a little bit. Can we get to the Hyper Fang? Yes! Okay, so the Raticate was able to farm down that Venusaur and get to the Hyper Fang, which was just incredible. And now the Golbat can just wing attack down from here. So great job on that Raticate being able to farm down the Venusaur. That was super hype. So yeah, those are the 5 teams that I've been trying out on stream. Hope you had fun watching them. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about running any of these teams. If you had fun watching this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to catch me live. All right, guys, I'll see you around. Peace.